What's an angle on this paper? An angle is made when two rays intersect. Okay, so we have rays AC and ray AB. Now, these should have ray symbols. Okay, so the side, we say the sides of the angle are sides AC and AB. Those are the two rays that intersected to form the angle. Now, there's numerous ways to name an angle. One way is by naming its vertex. The vertex is the intersection of the two rays. So this right here is vertex. Okay, point A is the vertex of that angle. Okay, these are the sides. Sorry, didn't realize there was a blank there. So point A is the vertex. Oh, there it goes. Look at that. Nifty, right? All right, so point A is the vertex. It's where the rays intersected to form the angle. So A is the vertex. Because there is no other angle sharing point A, we can name the angle just angle A. Now, what I mean by that, if you have a single angle, I can name that angle angle B. Let's suppose, though, I have two angles. Actually I have three of them. I have this one, I have this one, and then I have the combined of those two. If you would just tell me angle C, I would have no idea which angle you're talking about. You could be talking about this angle, you could be talking about this angle, or you could be talking about both of those combined. So, and we're going to learn about that in the next lesson. But when you name an angle, if the angle is by itself, as the diagram in the picture or on the page, or this one, then you can name it by its vertex. If it is not by itself, okay, there's an angle right on the side, we cannot name the angle by its vertex. So I would not be able to say angle C for that drawing because I don't know which angle you're talking about if I say angle C. All right, a way of naming this angle, I can say angle CAB. Now, you always put the vertex in the middle. You always put the vertex in the middle. So notice they started with point C up here. A is the vertex, so then they put it in the middle, and then followed by B. We could also go the opposite direction and name it angle. That's supposed to be an angle symbol. Angle BAC. So they started with point B, vertex of A in the middle, C being last. Okay, an angle is named by 3 points. A line is named by 2. An angle is named by 3. With the vertex always being in the middle. Please, please, please know how to name an angle because that is going to haunt you throughout your semester if you don't know how to name an angle, because when they're going to ask questions later on in the other units and you don't know which angle they're talking about, or you don't know how to correctly identify an angle, it will definitely hurt your score. So make sure you know how to name an angle. Classifying. All right, let's talk about classifying angles. There are 4 ways to classify an angle. I'm just trying to new. All right, there's 4 ways to classify an angle. We can say, and I know you've heard this terminology before, an acute angle is going to measure less than 90 degrees. Okay, it's measured less than 90 degrees. An obtuse angle measures greater than 90 degrees. I said 4. I don't know why I said 4. And then we actually have a straight angle. Oh, I know what I mean. Okay. Which measures 180 degrees. That would be a straight line. And we also have right angles. That's what I was talking about, the 4, or thinking about. A right angle is going to measure exactly 90. So if it's greater than 90, it's obtuse. If it's less than 90, it's acute. If it's equal to 90, it's called a right angle. And if it is equal to 180, which is a a straight line, then it is called straight angle. All right, so if I look at this picture, without even having to measure, this is less than 90. 90 would be like that. Less than 90, so it needs to be acute, and it is. The measuring of this angle. So I'm going to grab my protractor. Hopefully you have yours available. The way that you measure an angle, you put the point, the center of your protractor, at your vertex, and you line up that horizontal line with one of your rays, just depending on how you're fooling around with your image and your protractor. Alright, so you can see my line is extended, so I don't need to extend ray AC. Now, a lot of kids don't know which number to use. Should I use, let's see, 33, or should I use 147? Okay, well, think about it. We said that that angle is acute, so it has to measure less than 90. It's a small angle. So should I be using 33 or should I be using 147? And the correct answer to that is 33. I think it might say 34. Measuring is always going to be slightly off, just depending on who's measuring. So I would actually say this is 33 degrees. I know the page says 34, but if you're off by a degree, not a big deal. But here's 30. You can see that this right here is 30, so then 31, 32, 33. Some of you might have to extend your line in order for you to see where it's actually going to meet up at the protractor. Alright, so let's take a look at these two. Okay, it says first off you want to name the vertex and the size of the angle. We're going to write two names for each angle, and then we're going to use the protractor to measure each angle and state whether it appears to be acute, right, obtuse, or straight. So let's quickly do this. So the vertex is going to be Q. Actually, we'll just do B. The vertex is actually going to be point D. The center of the middle of the rays, the two intersections of the rays. The sides are going to be ray DC. It extends infinitely in the C direction. And ray DP. Those are your sides. All right. Now we want to let's classify the angle. Oh, sorry. Let's name the angle. We could say angle D because it is not shared with any other angle. We could say angle CDP, or we could say angle PDC, as long as that D is in the middle, because that's our vertex. All right, let's classify. It looks like it's greater than 90 but less than 180, so then it is going to be an obtuse angle. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my protractor and measure it. My tools, protractor. Now I'm going to put the center of my protractor. Now notice my ray doesn't line up with that horizontal line of my protractor, so I will have to rotate this. Voila. And notice my ray does not extend infinitely, so I'm going to where I need it to. So I'm actually going to move my protractor over, and I am going to draw me a line, just extending my ray so that way it's easier for me to. There we go. So I'm at 130, 131, 132, 133, either 133 or 134. So 133 degrees. So the measure of angle D is 133 degrees. We know it had to be greater than 90 and less 180, and therefore that works. All right, hope to see you at 10 o'clock for the live session. Bye-bye now.